Hey everybody, welcome to our webinar. We are so excited to help you with the Healthy Eating webinar. Some of you are here to ask questions, to see what we do as health coaches. And I'm Jackie Peterson. I'm a certified health coach with Take Shape for Life. And honestly, this program has completely changed my life. You'll hear my story a little bit later, but I'm going to turn the time over to Natalie. And she's going to go ahead and teach you a little bit about what we do as health coaches and how we help people just change their health in such a positive way. So Natalie, you can take it away and I'll go ahead and share the screen with everybody.
Okay. Hey, thanks, Jackie. So welcome, everybody. I'm excited to have you on here. So, and Jackie's going to share the screen. So I want to just introduce myself a little bit. So my name's Natalie, and I started coaching about a year ago, well, a little more than a year ago, and I love this program. I love Take Shape for Life. I love everything about it, and I just feel like I've been so blessed to be a part of this company. So a little bit about my story, just real quick. I have a background in nutrition. I graduated from Utah State with a degree in nutrition and health. And so I started coaching just because, well, my friend introduced me to the company, introduced me to Jackie, who's my coach. And I was like, well, I want to become a coach. So I started coaching because I wanted to help other people. But honestly, I had a little bit of baby weight to lose myself, but I was kind of like, I don't need a program. I'm okay. I was like, I'm going to coach other people because, I wanted to help other people, but I didn't feel like I needed it for myself, which now I just feel stupid that I ever thought that. But, so for about a year, I just coached the program. And then I started to get a little self-conscious because I had all these people around me that were losing weight faster than I was. And even some of my own clients were losing weight faster than I was. And I was like, well, maybe I better just try it out. And so I decided to do the program for myself. And I am so glad I did. My only regret is, why didn't I do this sooner? Because in my 1 year of doing it on my own, I was able to lose 10 pounds, which is great. It's awesome. 10 pounds is definitely worth celebrating. But it took me a year to do that. And then being on the program, I've been on plan for just over 2 months, and I've lost 34 pounds so far in just over 2 months. So there's my little testimony about this program and how awesome it is and how much I love it. So, actually I have one of my friends that's on the call too, Becca, and I wondered, could you tell your story real quick? She's been on program for about 4 months now, right? Would you mind telling your story just real quick?
Oh, Becca, hang on. Let me unmute you. Hang on. There we go. Now you're good.
Okay. I didn't know if I was muted or not. So am I on now?
Yes, you're on.
Okay. So I started, like Natalie said, I started about July. And just a little bit background on my weight loss or my weight struggles. I was kind of the typical post-high school. I gained a lot of weight after high school, but it wasn't just like the typical 15, 20 pounds. I think I gained probably close to 80 pounds after high school. So as an 18, 19-year-old, I weighed almost 300 pounds. So it was pretty, my 20s were pretty difficult for me. I lost a little bit, over time, but not a lot. So I struggled all the way through my 20s trying to find something that I could be successful at. Tried all the fad diets. I did the HCG diets back in the day. Lost a good amount of weight with that. So I finally got to a point in my life where I felt pretty good about myself. And then, I turned 30 and gained some weight back. I got married, and that first year of marriage, gained 20 more. Got pregnant, and I gained maybe almost 45, 50 pounds when I was pregnant with him. So last Christmas, I find myself back at almost 300 pounds. And I'm like, I've got to do something again. And that's when I found the Meltdown Challenge through Natalie. She just invited me through Facebook, and I tried that, and and I lost a couple pounds here and there, and throughout this last year, I kept saying, oh, I got to do another one of those health challenges, and I finally did last July. But when I joined the July challenge, I realized I need something more than just this health challenge. I need someone to teach me how to eat. So that's when I joined the full program, because I felt like it finally gave me some structure and taught me how to eat to lose weight. And so since July, I've lost a little over 40 pounds since then. Yeah. And the thing I like about this challenge about the program, it doesn't just teach you how to lose weight, it teaches you how to maintain that weight loss and how to just get to the point in your life where you're just healthy and not just on a diet. So yeah, looking forward to continuing on and losing some more weight and getting down to my healthy self. So
yay, Becca is awesome. Thank you for sharing your story. She's just done incredible things on this program. So and it's been so fun being able to watch you. So thank you again for sharing your story. So just real quick, because I don't want to keep everybody for a long time, but so here in America we have a weight problem, right? So we have this chart that shows, look at this. Back in 1985, this shows the obesity rate in America and how it's grown. And this just amazes me. In 1999, we had to start getting new colors on the chart because the obesity rates have just grown like crazy. And so now 2/3 of all Americans and 2/3 of all adult Americans are overweight, and 1/3 of us are obese, which is crazy to think about, that 1/3 of American adults are obese. We're seeing increases in childhood obesity, childhood diabetes, which used to be called type 2 diabetes, and now they're I mixed that up. It used to be called adult onset diabetes, and now they've changed it to be called just type 2 diabetes because we're seeing it in children now. And it has to do a lot with, everything to do with our lifestyles, the way that we eat and that we're not as active as we used to be. So, Jackie, do you want to go on to the next slides? So we're seeing, huge increases in adult diabetes too. Now it's like everybody, has diabetes in their family. And so it's sad. And so, it just makes me think, like, what do I want for my family and my health? I have diabetes that runs on both sides of my family. We have other health problems too. There's obesity in my family. We have heart problems in my family. So it's made me think, like, I want to make a change now in my life, and I want to do what I can to teach my children. So because that runs in their family, it runs in my husband's family. So my kids, they're like set for failure, right? Unless I teach them. And so I just want you guys to start thinking, like, what do you want for your health and for your life? And maybe if you have a piece of paper and a pen close, handy, then write down real quick, what do you want for your health? What do you want to teach your children? Do you want to, lose weight? Do you want to just feel better? Do you want to be more active? Do you want to have more energy to be able to get down on the floor and play with your kids or your grandkids or whatever, and everybody's different. Some people have a goal that they want to run a marathon. Other people, they're just like, no, I just want to be able to walk up the stairs and not get out of breath. And that's okay. But I want you to think, what are your goals? What do you want. And what is that going to mean to you if you can get that? You know, what is it going to mean? What is it going to feel like when you can reach your weight goals and to feel healthy and to have energy? What would that feel like? And what is it going to mean to the people around you? You know, your spouse, your children, your parents, or whoever it is that's close to you in your life. What is it going to matter to them too? Because it just doesn't affect us. It affects people around us. So just think about that for a minute. You know, what's it going to mean? What's it going to feel like to reach your goals? So, okay, there's a few just basic health tips that we like to teach. Eating 6 small meals a day is probably, I didn't used to do that. It's probably one of my favorite habits now. And so when you first wake up, who eats breakfast? Raise your hand if you eat breakfast. I have always been a breakfast eater, but I haven't always eaten right when I wake up. And it's so important, you know, do that. Wake up and eat breakfast, because that gets your metabolism just going. And then eating 2 to 3 hours a day. Now, I have to admit, I didn't always do this. I have a degree in nutrition and health, and I always knew that this was an important habit, but I haven't always done it because it's not always convenient to stop and eat 6 times a day, you know, but it's probably my favorite habit now. I think I said that already. And drinking water. Who drinks at least 100 ounces of water a day? I didn't used to do this either. I mean, I probably did a long time ago, but I just felt so much better, you know, drinking water. And there Sarah goes drinking her water. Good job, girl. So let's see, Jackie's controlling the slides. And so, okay, here's my favorite habit that I just said that I didn't used to do. Now, there was this study done, and they compared 2 groups of people. One group who ate just the traditional 3 meals a day, that probably most of us do, or some of us probably even just eat like 2 meals a day. If you're my dad, I shouldn't say that on this recording, but that's kind of the traditional thing that we do here in America. And then they compared this other group who ate 6 small meals. Now, the funny thing is they ate the same food, like the same amount of calories. They were eating the exact same foods. But the difference is that the one group split it up into 6 smaller meals. Okay, they were eating the exact same thing. The only difference is they split it up into 6 smaller meals. And what they saw was that group that ate the 6 small meals, they lost more weight. They felt less hungry because they were eating more often. They were able to reduce their cholesterol and their blood sugar levels. Now, that's crazy. Okay, the only thing they changed is they were eating smaller meals more frequently. And, you know, it makes sense. I mean, eating more often, because when we eat, that raises our metabolism, and it just does great things for our body. So eat 6 small meals a day. That's one thing I recommend. Whether you decide to do this program or not, try to start eating 6 small meals a day. And then comparing or combining proteins and carbohydrates, because that gives you a balanced diet. You know, there's a lot of people talking about, oh, what if do I eat proteins? Do I eat carbohydrates or whatever? This is what we teach, is pairing proteins and carbohydrates, because they're both important components of our diet. So when you eat yogurt, then have some berries to go with it, or you know, an apple and a string cheese. But think about that when you're eating these small meals. Then think about having a protein and a carbohydrate with it. And then, sorry, Jackie's in control of the slide. Okay, now when you do like your meals, I love this chart. And the funny thing is, Dr. Anderson, who's the guy who started this company, he came up with this concept a long time ago, and then just recently the USDA came out with basically the same thing. But this is what we teach in this program, is when you build your plate, think about building your plate with 50% fruits and vegetables. There's so much evidence that shows that fruits and vegetables are healthy for us. So half of your plate is fruits and vegetables, half of it is lean protein, or not half, sorry, I'm saying the wrong things. Half fruits and vegetables, 1/4 is lean proteins, and the other 1/4 is whole grains. and try to think whole grains. So brown rice instead of white rice. And, if you're making a sandwich, try to use whole wheat bread and whole grains. And then when you're thinking vegetables or anything, where's it going?
Think about. Is that full screen for you guys or no?
Oh, yep, that's great.
Perfect.
Thanks, Jackie. So look, who knows what the glycemic index is? Anybody? So yeah, think about like, can you bring up that chart with the glycemic index? We want to think like non-starchy vegetables. Maybe that wasn't am I going out of order? Sorry. Okay, so this is the glycemic index. And it's not to say that you can't eat foods that are high glycemic or, that are higher in starches, but try to think mostly to use from like low carbohydrate fruits and vegetables. But, all fruits and vegetables have nutritional value. So eat fruits and vegetables. Okay, so just a little bit about our company. We offer a lot of things. We offer the health challenge, like Becca mentioned, like she started out with the health challenge. We offer a full program that has several different plans that we offer depending on what your health goals are and what you're wanting and what you're trying to get. But 3 main components of our program is, 1, we offer support. Now, support is really important to me, I think. I don't know. Raise your hand if you think that you are more successful if you have a support system behind you. Yeah, for sure. When I was in college, I had a running buddy, and we would get up before class, like around 6:30 in the morning. We go running together. And there was several times that we got out there to go running, and I admitted to her that I probably wouldn't have gotten out of bed if I didn't know you were here waiting for me. And the funny thing is, she said the exact same thing. She's like, yeah, well, I probably would still be in bed too. And so just because we had that support, we were there for each other, it got both of us out to go exercising. And so that's why we offer support, because you're just so much more likely to be successful. And so when you sign up for the program, you get a free personal health coach. We also have Facebook groups that are awesome because it's other people who are doing the program. So you have just one more resource of people that you can go to and get, you can post before and after pictures or during, or if you're having a bad day or if you're having a great day, non-skill victories, we call them, you can post those. And so it's great. We have a doctor's hotline, a nurse's hotline, nutrition support. I love calling nutrition support because they're so awesome and just full of good information. So that's one of the components that we offer in our program is support. Now, the second component of the program is learning the healthy habits. So this is probably my favorite part of the program, actually, because, if you lose weight, I'm sure you don't want to get it back, right? And you've probably known people who have lost weight and then gained it back. And so what our program offers to help avoid that is that, we offer the healthy habits. So it's all based off of Dr. Anderson's book that's called Dr. A's Habits of Health. Dr. Anderson is awesome. I don't think I really talked much about him, but he's the founder of this company, and he's amazing. So he wrote this book, Dr. A's Habits of Health. It's all based off of that. You can Google that book if you're curious. And it's, we focus on a different habit each week so that it's not overwhelming. And we're talking about that in our Facebook groups. We send out weekly emails that talk about the habit. There's a video and some information on the habit of the week because we don't want you to gain your weight back. We want you to not only be able to lose weight, but to learn a healthy lifestyle so that because it's not all just about weight anyway, it's about being healthy. And so that's why I love this program so much. It's about being healthy. Then the third component of our program, and sorry, my baby's kicking the computer. But the third component of our program is, okay, now this is the part that I have to admit, I was a little skeptical at first. I was like, I'll do the healthy habits. I don't need this part. But now I'm a full believer, and I just feel stupid that I didn't get on board earlier. Okay. So who currently eats 6 small meals a day? Okay, I love this habit. But why do you think is the biggest reason that people don't eat 6 small meals a day? Anybody want to shout out why they think people don't do that? I can tell you why I personally didn't do it. Is because it's not convenient. Who wants to stop and prepare 6 meals a day, right? So we have a great system in place. Now, like I mentioned earlier, we have several different plans depending on what you want out of, for your health goals. We have several different plans, but the plan that we use probably the most often, and especially for people who are wanting to lose weight, it's called the 5-in-1 plan. Okay, 5-in-1. So we're eating 6 small meals a day. So one of your meal, you'll have to only think of one meal to start with. This is what's nice. It makes it so easy. You think about one meal. That's going to be called your lean and green meal. And that's made up of 5 to 7 ounces of lean protein, depending on what type of protein it is. That determines how many ounces you'll eat. And then 3 servings of non-starchy vegetables. And we have oodles and oodles of recipes, so you don't have to worry about what am I going to cook. Just call your health coach and ask for recipes. There's tons. So that's your lean and green meal. Now, your other 5 meals, because we're eating 6 meals a day, so your other 5 meals are going to be protein, carbohydrate, balanced meal replacers. Now, I love these, and this is the part that I was skeptical, and now I've done a total reverse. Okay, I love these because this is why we use meal replacers. 1, it teaches your body a proper portion size, because you eat it, and when it's gone, it's gone. And I personally, I always had a hard time with just not, overeating. And I was worried, well, if I eat 6 small meals, what if I eat too much and they become 6 large meals? But this program has taught my body how much I'm supposed to eat with these 6 small meals. So that's one reason we use the meal replacers, okay? Number 2 reason is because they're balanced with proteins and carbohydrates to put your body in what's called the fat burn stage. Most people that I talk to don't know what fat burn is, so just real quick, basically your body, when you have this perfect balance of proteins and carbohydrates, your body is going to take the first 3 to 4 days, and it's going to burn up all of your glycogen stores. And then after that, it's going to switch over to what we call fat burn stage, where your body's going to start burning your stored fat as energy instead of your glycogen, because you've used up all your glycogen stores. So this is an awesome situation to be in, fat burn. I love it because I feel like I have a lot of energy. I just feel great, and I'm losing weight at a very safe, effective rate. This company has been around since for 30 years. It's a physician-led company, so it's led by not just Dr. Anderson, but several other doctors. It's proven safe and effective, physician-led. So what else do you need, right? So, Lauren, do you want to tell your story real quick? Is she on?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, this has been so great. I am a physical therapist assistant by trade, and so I know general good things about health. And real quick about my story, I tried to lose weight after my last child. I was at my heaviest weight I'd ever been, and I'm a pretty active person, and I like to be healthy, but I just couldn't lose it all. And I got invited to the Healthy Games as people have mentioned, where we were teaching a lot of the healthy habits. And I was amazed at how well I was able to lose weight and feel so much more energy. Like I used to just totally crash every afternoon and just be so tired. And I thought that just came to the territory of being a mom. And I thought that would be like forever. So I was amazed that when I actually did the full program, I decided after the Healthy Games that I want to share this with other people. I wanted to coach people. I wanted to go through the whole thing. And I went through and I was so amazed that before I was dealing with emotional issues. I had, dealing with some postpartum and energy levels on top of my weight and all that. And I was so amazed at the additional benefits. It wasn't just a weight loss program. I felt so much better. I am in a size pant that I've never been able to fit in my adult life. I feel so much more energy. I don't feel that crash in the afternoon. I don't feel like I need a nap. And so the healthy habits are my favorite part. And it totally fits into what I teach my patients in physical therapy. And it's just, if you can slowly, and it's all about rewiring our brains. So as you slowly incorporate these healthy habits and you're retraining your body to eat the correct portions and protein carb balanced meals, and you're slowly incorporating these things and slowly rewiring your brain, then your whole body feels so much better. You're able to accomplish so much more, and you are set up for optimal health for life. And that's why this company is called Take Shape for Life, because it's not just a diet program. There are so many diet programs out there that work, do great things, but this is about creating optimal health and looking at the bigger picture, which I love. That's my favorite thing about it. Is that what you wanted?
Awesome. I love that, Lauren. Thank you. That was so beautiful. So well put. I just wanted to say something really quick. As you can see from the other coaches, Natalie and Lauren and myself, and Sarah on here, this program really has changed our lives for the better. And they call it Take Shape for Life for a reason. They call it Take Shape for Life because we really want to see you succeed for life. And if this looks like a really good fit for you, we want to invite you to come and learn more about it, to try the program, to see how it's going to change your life, because honestly, it's changed mine. My story, I'm going to hurry and just tell it really quick because I want to leave a few minutes for people who want to ask questions. But so just, let's see, 4 years ago, I'm almost 30 years old. So when I was 26, I went through heart surgery. I had no idea that I had heart problems. I didn't know that I had any problems at all, but I had just had my first little boy, and anyway, so after that, I mean, they found out that I had this massive heart problem from the time that I was, they found it, the time that I was in surgery was about 30 minutes. And it changed my life. Afterwards, I was on the heart transplant list. I was in heart failure. And I never had expected that I would be in this spot. I went to school for public health, telling people to go and get their screenings to make sure that their body is healthy, and didn't know that I was in jeopardy myself. And anyway, so the weeks and months that followed my surgery, I just kind of lived like a sick person. I was eating medication after medication. I was in this downward spiral. I emotionally ate because I didn't know what else to do, and I gained about 40 pounds. And thinking that it was all okay because I have this heart problem and I need to just deal with life, right? And finally, I remember waking up thinking, I have got to do something for myself. I need something better than what I've been doing. And so I started researching things out there, and I came across Take Shape for Life. And the minute I saw it, I knew exactly what would help me. And honestly, it changed my life. Within 3 months, I lost 45 pounds. And more than anything, I put aside my emotional eating that I've had my whole entire life. I put aside other different stressors that I thought only came from eating unhealthily and being unhealthy. this has helped me change my mind along with my body. And in turn, it has absolutely changed my family's life. My husband lost 20 pounds just by eating healthy meals every night. Go figure, right? and my little boy, he chooses fruits and vegetables over anything else. So anyway, this program, if you feel like this is a good fit for you, please get with the person that invited you on here. I know several of us coaches are doing a focus group starting this month, at the end of this month, over the holidays, to help you stay in check. Because I don't know about you guys, sometimes you feel like you just overeat over the holidays, right? And you just end up feeling super round, and then what is your first inclination? New Year's resolutions, right? Like you're gonna want to lose weight for New Year's resolutions. How cool would it be for you to not put on your list to lose weight? Like, that was a big mentally freeing thing for me for the first year after I did this program. So get with your health coach, get with the coach that invited you, ask questions. And if it's not a good fit for you, we understand, but we would love to invite you to come and see what the habits of health are about. So if you'd like to, let's open it up. We have about 5 minutes. You can either jump off if you're ready to jump off, or you can stay on and ask questions to me, Natalie, Lauren, or Sarah. So I'll unmute everybody. Sorry, I muted you all before just to make sure we could keep things quiet. So,
hey, you know what's really fun?
you have a question? Go ahead and jump on.
You get to make bored people want to come. Bored people?
Do we have questions?
Yeah. If anybody has questions, if not, that's great. You can wait and leave it up to you and your coach later. Okay. Perfect. Anybody dying? Okay. Are you dying to ask a question? No? Okay. All right. Then we'll let you guys go. Thank you so much for participating in our webinar. We really appreciate it. I hope you took some things away of eating those 6 small meals a day, getting your water in, at least start you to a healthy journey. So thank you so much. You guys have a wonderful day.